G'day, everyone, and welcome to the Meta. I'm so glad you could join us. Have you been here before? Behold it. It's magnificent. But this is the Warhammer Meta Chasers, episode 109. I'm joined by the mogul himself with the jacket that makes all of us jealous. Hello, Dustin.
How's it going? This jacket was a gift from a very dear friend that I met at LVO.
Wonderful.
3 years ago? 3 years ago?
I don't know, but you've had it for almost pretty much as long as I've known you.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does feel that way, actually.
And of course, the rotting and emancipated corpse of Sanguinius is here also, because of course Paul is at PAX Philadelphia right now. He may be joining us at some point if he gets free enough, but other than that, we're going to keep trucking on with the show, and we have 4 fantastic events for your viewing pleasure: the Celtic Cup and the rest. No, the Celtic Cup, Renegade Open, Beer and Pretzels Open, and the Fantasia Fanatic. Once again, always love getting back to Fantasia because it's a Swedish event. And it's one of the very first events we ever covered on this show many years ago when it was under a different name.
Nostalgia.
So anytime it comes back around, always love to see it. But let's just jump straight in. We have the Celtic Cup, 120 players, 7 rounds from Glasgow, Scotland. What are we going to see there, brother?
So the Imperialist Perfection, there are 8 Custodes, 3 Admech, 5 Astra Militarum, 3 Grey Knights, and a single Imperial Knight. Space Marines, there's 15 Adeptus Astartes, 3 Dark Angels, 1 Space Wolf, 4 Blood Angels, and 5 Black Templar. Chaos, there's 2 Chaos Space Marines, 4 T-Suns, 3 Death Guard, 5 World Leaders, and 7 Emperor's Children, 1 Demon, and 4 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 5 Necrons, 2 Orcs, 2 Tau, 5 Votan. Hive Mind, there's 6 Tyranids. Oh, I'm sad now. Eldari, there's 2 Drukhari and 6 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is Adeptus Astartes, like actually Adeptus Astartes with 15. Custodes way behind that with 8, and then Emperor's Children with 7. So this is Space Marine land, apparently.
Why didn't you read out my funny quip?
The 500 attachments of
Yeah,
Astartes? Is it literally like every single one is represented once and then
no. But it just turns out if you keep giving one faction infinite detachments, they're always going to stay high in representation.
I've heard. Yeah.
So spoiled. And do you know why I'm seeing my former privilege? Because I'm not maining Space Marines currently. I main them like most of 8th and all of 9th edition. And I was like, no, it's not that much privilege.
Are you really maining Space Marines when you main Dark Angels though? Is that really Space Marines? Or is it Chaos?
Yes. I wish I could have both. I mean, how many detachments would that be?
That would be, they should make a Dark Angel Fallen detachment. I think that would be cool.
They should.
Would make a lot of people angry.
So it should be, if Cypher is your warlord, you can play a Dark Angel using the CSM detachment.
There's your Grotmus detachment right there. There it is.
It actually wouldn't be that much. I'm not even sure. I couldn't even say it would be better than, Inner Circle Companions in Renegade Raiders though would be.
That would be wild.
That's about it. That's about it. All right. But yes, this is extremely Astartes heavy. And for that end, we have focused on Astartes quite heavily. But things to talk about otherwise, there are 0 Adeptus Orators, 0 Sisters of Battle at this event, and 0 Genestealer cults, which is both surprising. And then on the big stompy side of things, only a single Imperial Knight, and so numbers are dropping off there quite heavily, whilst Chaos Knights still have an okay representation.
They still have the triple despoiler if they really wanted to, right?
Like, and as long as they have like pretty much the best, most rounded shooting piece in the game, if it's fair to say. Like, Flagon and Fire Dragons is a better shooting piece, but it's not as well rounded. Like, it's a better anti-tank piece, of course. But like, I'm
with
good against
sustains. It's just like whatever.
36 shots with I'm good against everything is just better, I believe. It is a lot more points, but it is just that dang good because of towering and everything else as well. And as long as that is still a thing, that's like reasonably costed, I guess. Chaos Knights will never really go away.
I don't think increasing its point cost is actually going to make it go away. They'll just take one less little knight. Like that's changing the points, and then it's not going to make it go away ever.
What would be your fix?
1,000.
One gun, like one of each gun. You can't double gun.
That would help. That would definitely help.
It would. I still triple despoiler with 1 GAT 1 battle cannon is not terrible.
No,
I have tried a similar.
It's not
thing.
as oppressive, but it's still not terrible. Like it's still worth
because you get one of them gets ignores cover and still just decides to pop off. All right, good representation for Emperor's Children here. Happy to see that 7 there. So they're actually the most represented of the Chaos factions, which is quite nice, and it's great to see them, hitting a podium. And then Custodes out of nowhere with 8 players. I can't make sense of that. Custodes to me feel like they are absolutely bottoming out as far as power on the table and relevant ways to play in matchups. So seeing them is, I'm very happy to see it, but it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Can't figure it out.
Might be a geographical nuance.
Maybe.
Jumping down though, we have the Astartes detachment breakdown. Naturally, with so many of them there, and then the other 2 factions on the podium being pretty straightforward sub-faction wise, as in like you expect Custodes to be pretty much Lions, and you expect Emperor's Children to be pretty much Coterie. I did do the Astartes detachment breakdown. It sits as thus. Of the 15 in attendance, a full third of them are Gladius Task Force. 3 are the brand new Blades of Ultramar, which is essentially just more Gladius, just in a different kind of trench coat. 3 Shadowmark Talon, 3 Forge Father Seekers, and 1 Spear Tip Task Force. It's very nice to see that 10 out of the 15 are essentially new detachments.
Yeah, that's great because they really needed some more stuff to do. Like
correct.
Must be nice to have infinite data sheets and attachments. You're not salty though, not at all.
No. Oh, I'm just pointing out the privilege.
It's very much so, right? The amount of attachments, it's actually crazy. And most of them are different. Most of them are different enough that's like, cool, now we get a new flavor. But Blade of Ultramar is, like you said, it's Gladius. It really is.
It's Gladius with a different hat on.
Yeah.
Like a Malibu Stacy from
Simpsons. We really need that?
But it's got a new hat.
But it's got a new hat.
Yeah.
I want it. Me. I want it.
Testament to the work G-Dub did on trying to breathe life into the sub factions that weren't seeing any play, that being, 3 of them represented here, Raven Guard, Salamanders, and White Scars both have represented. That's fantastic. We'd love to see it. I wish they could have done something that would have made Imperial Fists have a similar, but look, they didn't. Oh well, they both have
Ultramarines.
Same as Iron
We haven't
Hands.
seen them on the table a little bit.
Oh yeah, haven't seen Ultramarines, and God, it's just languishing, bottom of the meta.
If you're not watching this live, I'm staring at the camera egregiously. So
deadpan, he's deadpanning the camera right now. But so not surprising to see Gladius the tippy top. I'm surprised to see no Stormlance though. Of course, Spear Tip for White Scars is a Stormlance revamp, so that's not surprising there. But would have expected there to be a little bit more Stormlance in and around. Then I'm jumping to a Ultramarines list to pick out because, of course, this is in Scotland. So Inez Wilson is in attendance. He came second in the freaking ITC last 2026. Dude, it was like 2 points between him and Folger. And my heart goes out to Inez because I think that's the second year in a row he's been pipped at the finish line for the ITC. So heart goes out to him. But he is playing Ultramarines Gladius. He's got Gilliman, Calgar, Ventress, Combi Weapon Lieutenant, and a Gravis Captain with Artificer Armor because that guy is baller. 5 Intercessors, 5 Incursors, 2 Stormspeeder Hammer Strikes, 2 units of 6 Victrix Guard, and 2 Vindicators. So this is the brand new hotness units in full force. Of course, Gilliman's going to run solo. Calgar's going to go with 1 and give it all the advance and do whatever it wants, fall back and do whatever it wants. And then Ventress is going to rapid ingress the other one.
It's interesting that he's still going with the Gladius, even with the new.
So I'm of the opinion Gladius is slightly better.
Still.
I think Gladius is slightly better. Yeah.
Well done.
I think it's got better strategies. I think if you want,
this is still the Ultramarine detachment.
I do believe I do believe Gladius is still just slightly better. I think old Calgar is better than new Calgar, even though I think new Calgar is still pretty good. But if you're going to take one or the other and you have the points, the old Calgar, whatever, Disco Gar.
Wow,
we call him Disco.
We're getting lazy with. We have to abbreviate everything or combine the words. We don't have time to say 2 words at what. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Is this the first time we've had? Is this the first time that we've had 2 versions of the same character legal at the same time? I can't think of another time when the new one hasn't replaced the old one.
There has been a couple, but but the timing of overlap is like maybe a week, 2 weeks before. But I remember a couple.
They both have got. Well, what I mean is that they're both intended to exist at the same time.
Oh, then no, I don't think this ever.
Old Gar's not going away. They're not taking away the Gravis Calgar. They've just given us 2 versions of the same guy, and they're both going to exist from now on. You can take whichever one you please.
That's not a thing that I remember.
I don't remember that ever having been a thing before in the history of the game. So
why is it a
please
thing now? No, so not only did they get a new detachment, but they needed a second version of the same character.
Yep.
Perfect. I love it.
Yep. So yeah. And Calgar's been problematic the entire edition.
Yeah,
so,
he
yay.
really has.
Woo, more Calgar. But this is a great list. This is essentially just the original list of, the semi car park of Ultramarines, but it's had like one of its shooting pieces replaced with, oh, look, one of the best value melee units in the game. Yay. So essentially you've taken out the third Vindy and or the ballistas dreads, 2 ballistas dreads that we usually pack, and has taken Ventrance and another unit of a Victory Sonic Guard. And everyone kind of needs to know what this army does because it is very good, and you need to get the good hard look at it and start getting ideas around what you can do about it. It's really interesting that the archetype, so this archetype has existed since the Codex came out, where we had Ironstorm, and now that Ironstorm archetype ideology where it's high quality shooting pieces, usually hulls, comboed with good counter assault and or aggressive pieces. That ideology, that archetype has not left the meta for Space Marines or the game at all the entire edition. This is the new version, and this one pretty much replaces Black Templars, which was the current version. The previous version was Black Templars, double or triple repulsor executioner with the Marshal Castellan small sword brethren combos, and now this supersedes that.
But
and
it seems like there's so little in this list. Like, I feel like it's not. We always say there's so much list in this list. There's not enough list in this list. That's what it feels like to me.
There's plenty enough list in this list when everything does everything, right? That's
True,
the idea.
Yeah.
It's still got Gilliman as well.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyway, time for us to pick some winners. We've just been joined by the beautiful Paul Murphy. Hello, mate. Joining us from Philly.
Oh, he's not here yet. Nobody can hear him yet. So
don't say anything. He's just popped up.
Don't say anything important.
All right. We're going to roll the dice. Paul can have the 5 and 6. You got the 3 and 4, Dustin. It is a 3. Dustin's going first.
There he is. He's here now.
Hey, everybody.
I was going to take Ennis.
I don't. So just a start.
Well,
or you're going to take Ultramarines specifically.
Sanguinius again. I got to kill him everywhere. Oh, there we go. There we are. You're here.
Hey, Paul, you want to just riff one off the cuff? What's doing well at this event? You don't know what the defense is. Don't know what's going on. Just
Emperor's Children.
Nice.
God damn, that's pretty good.
That is actually good. That was a good choice.
Oh, and I promise. So I'm in a different location, but I promise this room is nicer than the vacant hallway it looks like.
Nice.
You just put the hallway in a hotel.
I want to pick Admech, but I don't know when the Admech play is going, so I'm going to go Eldari.
That's safe.
All right, that takes us to our second event. So this is the Renegade Open from Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. 98 players, 5 rounds. Dustin, take it away.
So in the Imperial Super faction, there are 7 Sisters of Battle here, 3 Custodes, 4 Admech, 2 Astra Militarum, 4 Grey Knights, and 3 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there's 4 Adeptus Astartes, 2 Dark Angels, 3 Space Wolves, 3 Blood Angels, and 1 Death Watch. Chaos, there's 4 Chaos Space Marines, 2 T-Suns, 2 Death Guard, 5 World Eaters, 5 Emperor's Children, 4 Demons, and 5 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 6 Necrons, 4 Orcs, 3 Tau, 2 Votan. Hive Mind, there's 6 Tyranids and 2 Genestealer Cult. Eldari, there's 6 Drukhari and 6 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is Adeptus Sororitas, topping it off with 7. Then Nids, Eldar, Drukhari, Krons tied with 6, and then Chaos Knights, Emperor's Children, World Eaters tied for 3rd with 5. That's nice. This is a very well-rounded event, faction-wise.
8 faction podium, only a 3 placing podium as well with 8 factions. Very, very nice to see.
With sisters on top too, so it's not like it's a common.
I mean, is Morven Fall just getting it done? Are Paragon Warsuits back?
They always were. They never stopped.
What is it?
So they're just kind of well positioned in the meta. They have, I think, one of the most even performances against the top meta factions in the at the moment. So they kind of don't really have red matchups, if that makes sense for people. It's either yellow or light green. At the same time, they don't have many matchups where they're like windmill slam. I just win this. This is free. But at the same time, they don't have anywhere they're just the opposite's going to happen. Like they're not a free win for anybody.
Well, you're seeing a lot of like lists are going to have trouble dealing with hordes. That's why some of the horde lists are actually doing well too. And Sacrosants, if you don't have horde clear, you're not going to efficiently kill them, and they come back. They're a pain in the but
And they're so cheap, man.
they're so cheap. For the whole, I think it's what, 180. That's with the character. That's
180
insane.
with the character. I mean, I've played it. I've played that matchup as both Marines, Knights, and Guard, and I just keep thinking like, finally, I killed one of these things, and they're like, yeah, it wasn't 200 points. I'm like, you son of a.
Yeah.
Yeah, just such a pain.
You look at them on paper, it's like, oh, it's like 1 wound, 4 up invuln, whatever, 3 up save. No, man.
Yeah,
there's more.
No,
there's more to it than that.
No, 4 up, 5 up, -1 to wound, -1 to wounds. Regenerating, all sorts.
Yeah, and faith dice. Like, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. In a game where you have to roll dice to do well, turns out when you can manipulate those dice in your favor, strong, very strong.
It is. To that end, I have done an Adeptus Sororitas detachment breakdown. So all 7 players in attendance, and yeah. So of 7 in attendance, we have 3 Champions of Faith, 1 Hallowed Martyrs, 1 Army of Faith, 1 Bringer of Flame, and 1 Penitent Host. A great spread, but there's some killer and filler there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Penitent Host, Army of Faith. I mean, some people are brewing. They're brewing.
I have never seen Penitent Host before.
Kudos to them. Well, Penitent Host was the one that was going to be broken on release.
Right.
And then they nerfed the absolute bojangles out of it, which resulted in Bringers of Flame being busted on release. Right. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who could have perceived such a thing? But yeah, Army of Faith is the one where they do get extra faith dice, but it's all off auras of characters. So characters get additional auras, and the units get auras, and they buff each other. And it's very codependent. And then Penitent Host is essentially just go fast, punch things hard, but nothing quite punches as hard as it should on paper. Past that, I have pulled out one of the players in attendance. This is Charlie Andre with Drakari Spectacle of Spite. And if you guys watched your part 2 from last week, which is up for the patrons, go and check that out. If you're at all interested, jump over to Patreon and get that beautiful part 2. This is doing very well the world over, this type of list, this archetype. This one from Charlie Andre is a little bit different. Has Drazar in addition, which is not something you see in all of these, but it starts off with Drazar, Lilith Hesbrax, Lady Malice, 2 Succubus. The other versions of this list usually run 3, but I suppose that's where you're getting the points for Drazar and other stuff. 1 with the Chrono Shard for the fights first, and 1 with Morgana's Curse for extra punchy goodness. 10 Cabalites, 4x10 Witches, a Raider, and 3 Venoms to split up 3 of the Witches and then carry around 1 unit of 10, usually with Lilith. Then a Cronus, 1 unit of 5 Hellions, 1 unit of 5 Incubi, 1 unit of 5 Mandrakes, 1 unit of 6 Reavers, and then 3 units of Scourges with heavy weapons.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, mate, isn't it?
And aren't these characters like all just like unit killers though? I mean, like,
yeah,
like they all punch up no matter what.
Yep. The succubuses kind of have things that they can kill and can't kill. Lilith and Drazar, we all know there's not much they can't kill. And Lady Malice. So yeah, exactly right. 3 of these are just like, if I make the charge, you're probably dead. Unless you have minus damage, is kind of the only thing that can save you from these guys. And even then, only just, maybe you have to be like Deathwing Knights and stuff. But past that, like, this is just a very lethal MSU high pressure army. It has had to lose some of the Hellions. Like there's a list that topped a large team event last weekend that had 10-5-5 Hellions. This one has had to drop some, and I'm assuming that's how you got Incubi and Drazar in here, in addition to the 3rd Succubus. So there's going to be a lot more witches running around without Succubi. I don't know what the plural is there. But it has one more unit. Has 1 more unit of Scourges than we've seen in previous versions as well. So it's gone 3rd unit of Scourges, probably making it a little bit better in the singles meta. Great freaking list. Really good. To that end, time to pick some winners, lads. And we're kicking it off. Paul, you can go first.
Is all Haywire on those Scourges?
Oh, Haywire, yep. It says Haywire with
heavy weapons.
No, that says heavy weapons.
Oh,
yeah.
But
I was curious as to what the loadout is, because I think it's telling what the player expects to face, depending on how they kit out those Scourges.
Yeah, so more often than not, we are seeing the Dark Lancers being taken more than the
it's usually Haywires. 1 Haywire and then 2 of Dark Lancers if they take 3.
Yeah, that would be my instinct. I'm gonna have a quick look right now.
I mean, again, that's the only reason I ask is because that's one of the things you can kind of sleeve up to be fit for a certain purpose, one or the other.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, using my lines, mate. Love it.
Whoa.
They are Darklands.
All
on all
Darklands.
four.
Woof.
Yep.
Okay.
I like it. Keeping the transport. The Rhino meta stops with the spectacle of spite.
Right here, baby. And yeah, of course, the Chronos can hang out with all three when they shoot and scoot, as long as they have a central location. Make sure they all keep gassed up with those pain tokens, because of course the pain token economy is a big deal. But you have so many small trading pieces to go and get your economy going early that it's not as big a problem for spectacle.
I've seen a lot of Drukhari lists, a lot of different detachments play, and I've never seen them have trouble with if they're using them efficiently. I've never had them run out of pain tokens.
Correct. There's a lot you can throw away frivolously.
Yeah,
and
you're not throwing away frivolously.
Yeah, you build it into your list, just like you have 6 stratagems in your detachment, and you will, windmill slam 3 of those as many times as you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same as here.
Yep.
It's exactly the same comparison.
Right.
But Paul, you got first pick, mate.
I got the reverse of this. I'll go with Eldari.
Oh, okay. There are 6 and 6, so it's not too bad. I am going to pick next because Dusty went first. I'll go the Drukhari.
Lame.
And what would you like, Dustin?
Where are we? We're in Minneapolis. I have no idea what the meta's like down there.
I just told you what it is.
It's very even, and I love.
I like
that,
it to down there. Because you're in
for
Canada.
Me, it's down there.
North
right?
is north of where.
Oh, that's funny. I think you know what I have to do at least once of show. I'll do Tyranids.
Not a bad pick as well. All right, on to our third. This is an event Dustin's going to this weekend. But Paul, would you like to take it away?
Oh, the Beer and Pretzels tournament. This is in Sudbury, Ontario. It's in Canada with 128 players and 16 teams of 8 competing over 5 rounds. Well, Dustin, before you tell us what to see there, remember in a team event, you only see one faction per team once, when Codex only represent on each team. So anything above what we think now in this like diverse meta, anything that's like 25, 30% of the total available choices is considered a strong choice.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to see a lot of mix here. Let's see what is being taken to Sudbury in the Imperial Super Faction. There are 6 Sisters of Battle, 6 Custodes, 7 Admech, 5 Astro Militarum, 1 single Grey Knight. Yeah, that's our boy. 7 Imperial Knights, Space Marines. There's 5 Adeptus Astartes, 1 Dark Angel, 3 Space Wolves, and 3 Blood Angels. Chaos, there's 6 Chaos Space Marines, 4 T-Suns, 1 Death Guard, 6 World Leaders, 7 Emperor's Children, 5 Demons, and 9 Chaos Knights. That's a lot of triple display, I can tell you that. Xenos, there's 6 Necrons, 8 Orcs, 7 Tau, 5 Votan. Hive-Mind, there's 6 Tyranids and 3 Genestealer Cult. Eldari, there's 5 Drukhari and 6 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is technically total Astartes at 12 because you can only take the 1 per team. And then it's Chaos Knights topping it with 9. Orcs behind that with 8. And then Tau, Emperor's Children, and Admech behind that at 7. What do you think of the meta there?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Chaos, yeah. It's what's the terrain? Because this
it's WTC.
Well, it's okay.
I gotta mention here that I think it's an outlier that Chaos Knights are at the top and not also paired with Imperial Knights, because I think, in my opinion of a team's event, is that you need to be able to like double knight, equivalent of double knight people when you put out your list.
Most of them
for taking.
Actually, we missed the third one there. There are 7 Imperial Knights, so they're on the podium as well.
Oh crap!
Okay, there we go. Then yes.
Oops. I think I'm pretty sure every single team that has Imperial Knights also has Chaos Knights. I'm pretty
fair enough. Then there you go.
So you nailed it.
The analysis stands.
My bad. I missed that one. Got past the keeper. But yeah, in 8 player team events, I absolutely agree. The bigger the team event, the more likely you are to see the double up knight, because they've just got more of a chance of finding prey, pretty much. Dustin, any reason why Orcs are so high? Can you tell us any insights there, mate?
We have a lot of greenskins in Ontario. A lot of teams have a really good Orc player. Actually, I'd say almost every single team that goes to these 8-man team events has at least one really good Orc player that is on their roster sometimes. So they're very popular, and generally speaking, most of them, we haven't even seen any like Green Tides. They've all been like Tactical Brigade.
Oh, really? Tactical.
Yeah.
Fascinating. That's really cool.
Oh, and Speed Freaks. We've seen some Speed Freaks lately.
Ha! champions, legends. What I find interesting about our faction podium is I love looking at faction podiums for 8-player team events. It tells me a lot about the ideology of the teams and what they're trying to build into their lists. This one is kind of middle of the pack. Once you take out the double knights, which Imperial Knights is now added to this, take out the double knights, you have 2 pressure lists in the Orcs and the Emperor's Children, and then kind of 2 tempo lists in the Admech and the Tau. The Tau, of course, being like in a lot of people's gunline player, unfortunately, has dropped Astra Militarum, is now switched over to Tau or Marines, depending on if you had a Marine player already, because unfortunately, Astra Militarum kind of isn't cutting the mustard right now for the best kind of shooting package faction in the game. Tau has kind of taken that place, has better counter assault. You look at a Rampager versus a Bulgrin, and you're like, well, one of these things can receive buffs. This is the other one is just has to be good enough on his data sheet. And yeah, the Rampagers are absolutely going ham. In addition to this, the shooting package being a little better into the meta and more resilient.
To be fair, though, one of those Genius cults is also half Imperial Guard.
What a fool! Never met that guy.
No,
would never. Is he taking Bulgrin?
I can't.
God no. I know. Ha! Take that.
No, got out of focus. That was so crazy.
It's the witness protection kicked in for you. Yeah. So you could disclose your list without disclosing your identity.
I have one further question for you, Dustin.
Okay.
Why has Canada dropped Death Guard? One Death Guard out of a possible 16 in 8 players seems 8-player team seems madness to me.
You see. I saw your meta.
I saw your meta 2 months ago. There's crap loads of Death Guard armies in Ontario.
Yes, there are.
They're enormous amounts. I know they're there.
Yeah.
Why have they all dropped it?
I can speak for the Canadian Warhammer players, me being one of them. We are fickle bitches.
Yes.
Oh my!
It
got nerfed. I mean, real. All right.
So look, I will say that I mentioned this. That when you lose what is essentially one of the 3-pack of the cool things that people were taking with Death Guard, it's now reduced it to like a mid-range shooting army, and they have fewer shots and fewer pieces on the table, and so they're getting kind of like outshot and chewed up. And I think it's got to take a change in what Death Guard players were taking, which is going to carry some of those. Some of those players, if they want to be diehard factions, to go back to the lab a little bit.
I can tell you that some of the Death Guard players that were like on Death Guard in their prime have moved to Space Marines.
Weak.
So
fair enough. All right, time to pick some winners. I'm making you go second again, Dustin, because it's hometown advantage.
That's fair. We go.
I will take the Chaos Knights. I'll take CK. Paul, what do you want, mate?
Oh, let's go Admech.
That's a good pick. There are some very good Admech players.
Very good pick. Dustin, you backing yourself?
I'll just go GSC, man. Like I have to, right?
Yeah.
You kind of do, but you don't.
Swing for the fences.
Kind of do.
Fair. All right.
Before I get here, I'll remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe and hit those buttons and stuff.
We did not. Happy.
Please do. If you made it this far, please do that. That's one way to support the show. We really appreciate that. You made mention of Patreon earlier. We do a part 2 of this show where we look back, where we go over certain lists that did really well, like top 10s, and also look at the predictions that we make to see how close we came. And sometimes we do some encouragement to our other panelists and hosts on the show to wonder why they did or did not pick certain things.
So Dustin is ahead right now on this month, but he's won the least amount of months for the year. So he kind of needs it.
I need to get you guys at least a chance to think
we have one more month left, so there's only 2 more months to win.
I only need to.
But if you're going to any of these events and you did hear, some our analysis, leave some comments down below. That is, we will definitely respond.
All right, last event, Paul.
Oh my goodness, let me bring it up. Sorry, I was the Fantasia Fantastic in Umeå, Sweden. 114 players competing over 5 rounds. Singles event. What is going on there, Dustin? What are we going to see?
In the Imperial Super Faction, there are a single Imperial Agent, 1 Sister of the Battle, 4 Custodes, 1 Admech, 4 Astra Militarum, 5 Grey Knights, and 4 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there's 8 Adeptus Astartes, 3 Dark Angels, 4 Space Wolves, 3 Blood Angels, 4 Black Templar, 1 Death Watch. Chaos, there's 6 Chaos Space Marines, 2 T-Suns, 2 Death Guard, 2 World Eaters, 9 Emperor's Children, 3 Demons, and 6 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 6 Necrons, 5 Orcs, 3 Tau, 5 Votan. Hive Mind, there's 4 Tyranids, 5 G's to the call. We're outnumbering the Nids. It's happening. Eldari, there's just 11 Eldari. No Drukhari here at all. Meaning the faction podium is Eldari topping off with 11, Emperor's Children behind them with 9, and then Astartes behind them with 8.
Do you guys remember last week when World Eaters was pretty much on every podium? And this week it's Emperor's Children, not World Eaters. It's a very interesting, like super crazy to look at that as a week by week comparison.
One might even say it's a little chaotic.
Oh, well done, sir. But yeah, World Eaters made every.
What did I miss? Did y'all have a little fight before I got here?
No, I had a crack at Canada. You heard me.
It's true, we did.
And yeah, so World Eaters pretty much made every podium last week, and this week pretty much Emperor's Children making the podium every single event is wild. Why is there no Drukhari though? It makes no sense.
For full disclosure, I kind of did want to pick World Eaters as my pick for the last event. So I think there's still play there.
Would you prefer it? I can go back and change it.
No. I picked what I picked. Like I did choose, but I think that there's still a lot of play in the World Eaters.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing's really changed.
Oh yeah, no. Especially that team event too.
Yeah. What I don't get is that World Eaters equal with T-Suns and Death Guard for the least taken in the Chaos Super faction, whereas like there's still 6 Chaos Space Marines, 9 Emperor's Children, and 6 Chaos Knights. Like it seems wild to me that World Eaters would have just such a week by week drop off, like surge and fall.
Because they're I don't say dependent, but they can swing based off of like the blood dice rolls.
Yep, that's true.
And maybe some folks are right now wanting a little more consistency.
The other one that slapped me in the face is that in a bygone era, as in like an edition or two ago, Sweden and Scandinavia it's gone through 3 kind of ideological changes. There was a time when the best AdMech players in the world resided in Scandinavia, and then that pivoted into the best Grey Knight players in the world. And now neither of those things are true. In fact, Adeptus Mechanic, now they've got pretty much the best Chaos Knight players in the world, as far as I can tell. Knight players in general, in my mind, a lot of them come from Scandinavia. But only a single AdMech over there is wild, and only a single Adeptus Sororitas as well. Whereas, we had another. I mean, Sisters just seem to be on an absolute roller coaster because the previous, event had 7, and the one before that had 0. So it's like loads or none is the Adeptus Sororitas internal meta geographically. And then Eldari popping it up like pretty much easily more than everything else. And you'd have to say there's quite a few Drukhari players probably in that Eldari package of 11. So don't know what's going on there, but
that's actually
they don't like
crazy.
Drukhari.
I always feel like Sisters and AdMech are some of the best factions to play against things like Eldari and right now Space Marines, which are the other 2 top meta choices. And
you're picking up
what you're putting down? Am I
correct, brother? Yeah. Correct. I'm looking at where's the anti-Eldari armies, and there's not as many as I would have thought.
G-Sealer Cult are pretty good at it.
GSC do fine. Yep, absolutely right. As well as Orcs can sometimes just get them, like Warhorde can just like go first and just get them. And then it's a matchup where Fuegan and Co feel really stupid because
are Emperor's Children one of those answers? I don't.
Absolutely, yeah. Emperor's Children absolutely can run straight through them as well. So 9 there. It's probably the biggest predator in the field. But because there are so many Emperor's Children, I did something a little different. Instead of doing an Emperor's Children detachment breakdown, I did an Emperor's Children Q&A with myself. I asked myself some questions and I answered them. So
how clever.
Paul, you can read out the questions. I'll read out the answers. Let's go.
How many winged Emperor's Children Demon Princes are there in attendance at this event?
So of the 9 players, so technically it could be 27, there's only 19. There's a bunch that took only double. I don't think anybody took a single Demon Prince. I think everyone has 2 or 3 out of but more people took 2 than I thought. I thought most people would be on the 3 train at the moment.
That mortal wound on the charge is like really, really nice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Best tank shock in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's for free. It's just a data sheet ability.
Yeah.
And it's for free and it's on 4s. So it's wild. So good.
Yep. Okay. How close are we to the maximum 27 Noise Marine units possible?
23 units of 6 Noise Marines there are in
Wow.
this event. So
How many
yeah.
rhinos did you see in there? Because I feel like they do really well shooting out of firing decks and things like that. I mean,
That's not one of the questions, Paul.
I'm just-
I got time for that.
Yeah.
Pretty much every list has rhinos. I think there's
Yeah.
one list I saw with
Yeah.
only one rhino. Most are packing 2.
So Coterie Conceded, we've seen be very, very popular. Are these all Coterie of the Conceded?
He's putting
No,
fluff
they're
into it
not
now
all.
too. This is how you know he commentates.
6 are Coterie, 3 are Peerless Bladesmen. And I'm actually down with this. I think Peerless Bladesman has always been the second fiddle to Coterie. And the reason I think that Peerless Bladesman is going to start picking up steam is because Coterie has this failure point where if your opponent doesn't give up kills early, you don't have a detachment on the go turn. You don't have any detachment rules on the go turn. They need to try and tempo out a couple of turns to get themselves juiced up, and then they're probably going to have a turn 3. Lol, here's every unit in my army. Congrats, deal with it. If your opponent is very good at throttling kills, as in not giving up early kills so that the Coterie doesn't get powered up, you could find that you don't have a freaking detachment when the chips are down. And so this is why I think Peerless Bladesman does have some look-ins, and it's a good alternative for people who are finding they're hitting that ceiling and want to suss out some other options.
Fair enough. Anybody taking Fulgrim? We haven't seen Fulgrim a lot.
Dude, yeah, 2 players taking Fulgrim. It's sick.
So look, here's the deal. If Rodigus can work, Fulgrim can work.
I
Same
agree.
size base.
I agree. And just having a massive unit with fights first is a problem because it's a lot of base, that a lot of area that covers with a heroic intervention, which is and fights first is one of the biggest holes in the Emperor's Children arsenal. In fact, I'm of the opinion Emperor's Children has like 3 glaring issues. 4 if you count the issues with Coterie, but they're very weak on the fact that they usually have to have a turn of multiple activations in order to win the game. As in, like I'm having multiple charges this turn, which makes them very susceptible to fights first, heroics, and interrupts. And so these are the 3 things that people can wield when they're fighting against Emperor's Children. Force them into multiple activation combats, and you can usually find your way to a little bit of victory. So yeah, keep those in mind against your EC opponents. I will say, what do you guys think is the closest comparison to the way Emperor's Children play the game? A lot of people say, they're like, and the way I see them played is somewhere between, Orcs, World Eaters, and Renegade
World
Raiders.
Eaters, I mean, unfortunately, is the other side of that Chaos Pantheon rivalry.
Do you want to know what I think they play like?
Sure.
If you needed a picture in your head, they play like Harlequins. They play like Harlequins to me, where
much better
they are
Harlequins.
Not better than Line Harlequins.
Wow. Okay. I mean, sure. We're talking about Line Harlequins then.
Yeah, talking about the best army of the modern era
ever.
Of the game. Best army of the last 15 years, whatever it is, since that edition came out. But yeah, 100%. I think they play a lot more like Harlequins. Like Harlequins would love to have Emperor's Children rules, right? Advance and charge, advance and shoot, fall back, charge, fall back and shoot. But I think that if you think about them a bit more like that, because I see people playing them and they play them like they're Emperor's Children. And they're not Emperor's Children. They're not like, because orcs and Emperor's Children are very similar. Like there's like I am you, but with an axe and power armor is what the World Eaters say to the orcs, and orcs are like, yeah, fair enough, mate. Let's crump on. But the World Eaters, the Emperor's Children players, I see them regularly try and play like World Eaters, and get punished. So I think there's a little bit more finesse there for the Emperor's Children player.
All right, let's pick some winners.
We have one more thing to do on this one. Andreas Nilsson.
Wait a minute before we pick some winners.
Who's the biggest badass in the room?
Yes, let's go over an Imperial Agents list. I love this.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's just talk about how much list is in this list.
Let's talk about how big a badass Andreas is.
Is Andreas Nilsson the only player, I think, this weekend of the events that we've covered that's playing Imperial Agents, which is why I did it. And Imperialis Fleet is essentially the only detachment that actually exists for Imperial Agents, and it's still not that good, but it's fun. It's got Neversaw, which can, of course, be swapped out for any of the other assassins. A Rogue Trader Entourage, clandestine operation on that. A Watchmaster and a 10-man Deathwatch kill team. 3 units of 10 Navy Breaches, a Chimera, 1 unit of 10 Exaction Squads, 2 units of 5 Grey Knight Terminators, 10 5/5 Inquisitorial Agents, a unit of Sanctifiers, 1 unit of 10 Battle Sisters, 3 units of 10 Subductors, 6 Voids of Men at Arms, and still can't kill a Rhino. So much list, no
Look,
damage.
I
This one's
have
good
no
flips.
idea what half of these data sheets do. None.
Look.
None.
It's like, I mean, if you wanted to, so AdMech exists, yeah, and AdMech is
definitely.
like just as cheap as this army now. And AdMech has had buffs and revamps to data sheets every freaking 3 months.
Are you comparing
Since
this
it's
to
come out.
AdMech?
And then you have this, which has had 0 buffs since it's come out. This is it, like, because this is just a book, right? Imperial Agents is just a book. It has had no enhancements, no nothing added to it. It's just a book. I wonder who wins. AdMech as printed in their book versus Imperial Agents as printed in their book. I would love to see this matchup, because guess what? Nothing dies, and whoever gets the objectives first is probably just going to sit there all game. And it's just hilarious. But yeah, this is a list that exists, boys. Tell me your thoughts.
Like I said, I don't know what half of it does. So I
So
think
2 units of Terminators and the Death Watch, and then just all the things that can get out there and score objectives. I really think he's wanting favorable flips and can compete for any of the objectives when they flip them, like even like sabotage and stuff like that. I think there's just playing the objectives and hoping to run your opponent out of activations.
this
Correct.
list definitely has the feel of like the MSU to play the points game. It doesn't kill very well, but it can win in points. It absolutely can.
Exactly right. The only mode of play that Imperial Agents has is a primary denial game.
Mhm.
They're going to play the primary, and they're going to try and take away yours, because they don't have another mode. They can't table you even if they wanted to. It's like some of Australians' cuter animals. They still want to kill you. They can't though. So yeah, this is how this list runs. Congratulations to Andreas for being the biggest badass at the event. But now it's time to pick some winners.
All right.
Pick those winners.
I don't think I've gone first yet.
I haven't gone first. Have I gone first?
All right, you go first, Paul.
I haven't gone first.
Aldari.
You went first in the first one.
I already picked.
I'm going the EC. Dustin?
You go on the EC, of course you win. I really wanted to pick the Imperial Agents. I really did, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. No, don't.
So
stop typing.
I will specifically give you will get points for Imperial Agents if they have a winning record.
How about if they get in the top 5?
No, winning record.
Okay.
Whoa.
Top
Let's
5.
calm down
Dude,
here.
You might as well give them an ITC win if they make top 5.
Let's calm down with that.
But yeah, if you want to pick them, mate, I will give you points if they're 3 and 2.
How many points?
If they're 3 and 2, they get 3 points. 4 and 1, 2 points.
Why you can't just make? We have like bylaws and stuff.
I'm okay. We can have a vote.
I vote yes. I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly right. You're gonna vote yes. I do. This is fun. Yeah. But you're saying I just need need my due process.
That's
Dustin,
right.
Would you like to bet on a winning record? I will give you 1 point if they're 3 and 2. I'll give you 2 points if they're 4 and 1, and you'll get 3 points naturally if they're 5 and 0. Which they would.
All right, Andreas. I'm counting on you, buddy. Let's do this.
Hand of destiny. Hand of destiny. Let's go.
I'm down.
Oh my goodness, what a ride! What a ride! I'm looking forward to the anticipation of this weekend for lots of reasons. Yeah, but now we're all back at Andreas.
I certainly
We all want it. And I love this part of the show. Like, remember at WTC where we saw the Spanish guy with the speed freaks, and we're all just like, yes, do it. Manifest destiny. It's always nice to champion these players.
Yeah, of course. Well, look, we're looking at this, and look, this part of it of Warhammer really is like, can you perform on the day? Do things line up for you? And there's a lot of variables, and then of course, knowing the way the game's going to play out, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the part in the show though where we do get a little silly sometimes, and I think we're at the part where
Super serious now.
Yeah.
Super serious.
Well, we're actually into so we've been forming brackets for the best video game of all time. And are we to the point where we can start weeding out some of the ones that are not going to be the best video game of all time?
Yeah, we got to start weeding them out now. And we're going to start with the 2 8s. So by the time we get to the end of this year, we're going to be able to do the championship. So right now,
if this is your first time here, this has very little to do with 40K. So we've been talking about like crunchy stats, win records, who's going to beat who, and all that kind of stuff. And this is the palate cleanser that eases you into the weekend. And this is a part of a series we've been doing where we crowned the best movie of all time. We did that unequivocally, unassailable. Voted. That's how it was. And now we're working on video games.
and we're going to be getting through the puzzle simulation genre at the same time right now. Combine them because they're both 8, so we can crank out the one best one of these two. Because let's be real, we need the best one of these two already to get into the final bracket. So
correct.
Let's
do it.
Get this going. The first one we have Sims 4 versus Alone in the Dark.
It's Alone in the Dark for me.
I mean, is this the only Sims game in this?
Oh, well, Sims, yeah, it is.
So this is what we thought was the best Sims game.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna go Sims for
but
all
even
the
best
people.
Sims games did not stack up against Alone in the Dark. You ever been scared by The Sims?
Yeah,
but
my character died in The Sims before, man.
Yeah,
that made me pretty sad.
So Sims was a pretty revolutionary game. It appeals to a subset of humans that don't usually play video games, and they freaking love it and continue to play it.
My wife plays Sims still. That's like the only game that she plays.
And I'm gonna be. I think Alone in the Dark is a better game, but I'm voting for Sims on behalf of the people who I am not, because yeah.
I am actually of the same mind. Alone in the Dark is absolutely a better game, but I'm going with Sims.
Oh my goodness!
Dag is off the cuff. He's getting trauma responses from what we did to Tombstone.
Thanks for talking about it in the chat. Oh, by the way, we do this live. Did y'all mention we do this live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah, pretty
all right. Well, we have a great chat community. Some folks talking in chat right now. Thanks, talking about. Thanks, KR. And come and join us if you're listening to us after the fact. Hang out with some cool folks.
See, this is why you need to be here to keep us in line, Paul. We're just talking.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah. All right. What's up next?
Next up, Nintendogs versus Pilot Wings.
I didn't play either of these.
Really? You didn't play Pilot Wings?
I'm 4 up in this.
Pilot Wings.
No, absolutely not.
Pilot Wings gets my vote.
Pilot Wings
wasted a lot of hours playing Pilot Wings.
It's Pilot Wings. It's absolutely Pilot Wings.
Well, good thing that I rolled a 6 because the Pilot Wings was the 4 up.
Yeah, you're going. If you haven't played either, you're putting your vote to Pilot Wings. I'm.
Well, it was already 2 events at once, so it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next up, Tony Hawk Pro Skater versus Myst.
Oh, this is okay. So it is Tony. It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater, bar none. By the way, just absolutely best soundtrack of any game of all time. You felt like you were actually in it. Whatever.
I will say there's only one soundtrack that I think holds up. Grand Theft Auto 3 soundtrack was pretty good. It was pretty good. We didn't start the fire as you just driving around town doing messed up stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Tony Hawk exposed folks to a music scene too that is absolutely amazing. But Myst is of course an awesome game.
I couldn't stand any of the skateboarding games.
Oh,
couldn't stand.
It's still tough. I mean, you gotta respect.
It's Myst for me, through and through for sure.
Tony Hawk.
I'm so sorry, Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I'm not letting Myst go down without a vote. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I wasted a lot of my.
Myst needs a vote and deserves a vote or whatever. Myst is an amazing game.
Next up, Portal 2 versus Breakout. Are we even talking about this?
Portal 2, Windmill Slam. Yeah. One of the best games of all time.
Windmill Slam. If Portal 2 doesn't win this today, I will be absolutely shocked.
Yeah. And we specifically put Portal 2 over Portal 1, yeah? There's not Portal 1 in this as well? Yeah, good. Portal 1 was incredible. Portal 2 was
it was
15% better than Portal 1. Not much in it.
All right. SimCity versus Baba Is You.
Which one is Barbara Is You? Someone
I didn't
refresh
play
me.
Baba Is You, but
It's
SimCity
one
is
of the newer ones. But honestly, I can't go against SimCity.
SimCity.
yeah, SimCity exists today, right? Still.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. Next up, Wii Sports versus Bust a Move. This is actually hard for me, but
It is.
I kind of have to go to Wii Sports because Wii Sports, it's like it
A lot-
became like a phenomenon of people throwing their controller through the
I'm
TV.
down for Wii Sports. Bust a Move is an
Wii
incredible game. I need to
Yeah.
point that out, but Wii Sports is
Wii Sports was more than one game as well. Wii
Yeah.
Sports was a lot of
Yes, it
different
was.
games hammed together, and also gave us some of the greatest memes.
And
oh,
I
so
felt like you could actually, I mean, I don't want to say apply sports knowledge, but it was like a real visceral
Yeah.
experience of you could do some of the sports stuff and it would translate to the screen, and that was one of the more seamless and
Mm.
realistic ones of that, even though you're playing with your Wiimoji or whatever it was.
Yeah. They always look so stupid to
Well,
me.
no, the Wiimote for sure, but your persona,
Avatar.
the me.
That's yeah.
Whatever. Wii Sports, right?
Wii Sports. Wii me. Next up, Roller Coaster Tycoon versus World of Goo.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I liked World of Goo. I liked World of Goo quite a bit.
I liked both, but my vote's for Roller Coaster Tycoon.
All right, 2-1. I'll give World of Goo. World of Goo.
We need to have
You
at least
could
one
ride your own
Tycoon
roller
game here.
coaster.
You can, which is actually pretty cool.
Was it Sim Theme Park? Like Sim Theme Park?
Yeah.
You guys remember that game?
Wait, wasn't this
Nothing made me more joy than creating a really cool theme park and then jacking up the salt in all the food. It was so good. Jack up the salt. Make him thirsty. Anyway.
Sick man.
Roller Coaster Tycoon just reminded me of that.
All right, and last of round one is Microsoft Flight Simulator versus Tetris.
Tetris.
So Tetris, like my grandfather played Tetris. Like,
Dude, my
on,
dad.
My
on the
dad
Game
played
Boy.
Tetris every single night before bed for like his entire life.
Yep. It has to be Tetris. Tetris
I cannot not vote for Tetris.
A gaming phenomenon.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is a solid game where I feel like I could take a plane off. You know, like if I needed to, I could launch
It was
a plane
actually
or
used
whatever.
for like a legitimate flight hours, I believe, wasn't it? For a while.
Yeah, you may be
We
right,
would've
but
trained
it's,
to be
not,
a
it's still
pilot.
not beating Tetris. I don't care.
No, absolutely not. All right, we are
They clearly
into
put a
round
lot of
two.
thought into that game.
Yes,
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
All right, into round two now. So we got Sims 4 versus Pilot Wings.
I mean, so I think I've sunk more hours into Pilot Wings.
Yeah, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go against Sims here.
Okay, well, I can't let Sims not get a vote then. So 2-1.
Yeah,
for Pilot Wings.
I think it's fair. Yeah. We gave him a little respect that Sims deserves, and now it's time to go out to pasture. See you later.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater and Portal 2. If you guys
Okay, this
if
is
you
the
guys
top
vote-
table.
God damn.
This
This is the top table. Like
rigged.
No, it's not.
this is the top table. This is the top table.
I
This should
am
have been
not. I am
1 and
not
2.
acknowledging that. No, absolutely.
Rigged. Yeah, this should have been one or
Should have
two.
been 1 and 2.
It's Portal. For me, at least.
Oh
I had to do it to Tony Hawk, which was like a formative game for me in my early teens.
This is tough.
But just like,
I gotta go with the fam. The fam, like the entire family, has put some time into Portal, and Tony Hawk needs the vote, deserves the vote. The music, the
It ain't
soundtrack,
getting it from me. I can tell you
the
that.
culture
yeah. And
that Tony Hawk.
well, also I got to give props to Tony Hawk for doing so much with so little. Like that game did a lot with literally, I am a dude on a skateboard mashing buttons, and you're finding all these secrets and different rooms and going through this window or that window, doing this trick instead of that trick, and yeah.
And by all accounts, seems to be a totally awesome human being as well. You know,
That
so
seems wonderful. Portal 2 is Portal freaking 2 though, and in my
You
opinion,
guys really
top
have some
3 games,
nostalgia for the skating game. My God.
top 3 games of all freaking time. Portal 2. So my vote.
All right, next up, SimCity versus Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
I think it's Wii Sports for me too.
I'll give SimCity a vote.
That's fair.
But
Yep.
yeah, I never cared for Wii Sports, but I get it.
You never cared for it? I feel like you'd be a guy that would love doing that with your brothers. Next up, Roller
Yeah.
Coaster Tycoon versus Tetris.
It's Tetris.
Yeah, it's Tetris. It's Tetris.
Okay, next up, we're in the semifinals. Pilot Wings versus Portal 2.
It's
Portal 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pilot Wings. You had your
Had a
day.
good run, but there's only so many going through rings around a farm.
Mhm.
Wii Sports versus Tetris.
Tetris.
It's still Tetris, yeah.
I want to give Wii Sports a vote because,
Do it.
yeah, Wii Sports deserves a vote. I loved it. But that means the championship, which is no real surprise, is between Portal 2 and Tetris.
So Portal 2 toppled the giant that is Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So
Did it though? The giant.
So
is getting
I
the vote.
will have a small, say for Tetris being a cultural phenomena that has not gone away since its inception. Freaking
It's been
30
copied
years ago.
a billion times.
30, 40 years
Yep.
ago, spawned a
Yep.
genre, was played for 100 bajillion hours and is still played, but it is not one of the
People are
greatest
still
games
figuring
of all
out ways to score higher. Like with the
Yeah.
Game Boy, you can kind of tap the bottom of it or whatever, and
Mhm.
it gets you extra
Yeah, extra
speed or
milliseconds.
something.
Yeah, but Portal 2 is Portal 2, and it is getting my
Yeah.
vote. But sing the praises of Tetris on the way out.
I am absolutely giving Tetris a vote here. Portal 2 is going to win, but I'm giving Tetris a vote.
Fair. Yeah, consolation vote.
Yeah, consolation vote for sure. But that means the winner of these two genres is Portal 2 in the first in our final bracket for the best video game of all time. And well
gonna be
deserved,
tough.
Portal 2 does belong there for sure. So
100%.
It's gonna be
100%.
tough. All right.
was
Well,
tough.
that is our show this week, and with a heavy heart, got to give a shout out to to Portal 2. Thanks a lot for joining us this week. Some amazing Warhammer. The ITC season is now kicked off. People are going to be
Mhm.
competing for points and also a spot in what will be the World Championships next year. Be curious to see how people navigate that as we go through. It's good. It's early days here. People are going to be looking for faction points, looking for overall wins, seeing how people try to thread that needle. Thank y'all for joining us. It has been certainly my pleasure to hang out. Love talking with y'all, Adam and Dustin.
thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could
Always.
join us even at your conference. You kept us in line. It was good that you showed up.
Look, if you're listening to this after the fact, I'm at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia. Come by the Games Workshop booth and say what's up. Give a solid high five if you happen to be in the area. See what's going on. Play some games.
Beautiful.
Should be back to normal next week.
Enjoy your event as well, Dustin. Who's
I
who's
will.
also playing
I love
some
my team
8-player
events, man.
teams at the Beer and Pretzels.
Love it. It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week, everybody. Don't forget to hit those thumbs up and all that stuff. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers.